case you don't know, R. Kelly's ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, finally, after 20 years, okay, of having the world thinking that she had an almost blissful marriage to R. Kelly, and the only reason she left was because she wanted to do her own thing. It just didn't work out. Irreconcilable differences. Now she's come forward to tell a different story, a story of abuse and domestic violence, and almost wanting to kill herself. Take a look.
My truth is, Robert, you don't get to tell my story. That is my truth. You should have never put me in your book. And if you're going to put me in your book, then you're going to tell the truth in the book. You don't get to tell people that we got divorced because I had a problem with being a stay-at-home mom. We got divorced because I was no longer going to sit and be violated. What he did to me was criminal.
Answer today. What do you want me to do if this is not for me and you want me to leave? What do you want me to do? God, I need an answer today, not tomorrow, not in an hour. I need it now. And the first thing God told me, he said, grab your laptop. And I'm like, oh, God, you tripping? A laptop? Are you serious? And once I grabbed the laptop, he said, put in domestic violence. And I'm thinking to myself, but I'm not that girl. I'm not the teeth missing. I'm not the broken bone girl. And God said, keep scrolling. So I kept scrolling. And at the end of domestic violence awareness website, there was a questionnaire. And there was 17 questions. And they ask you, has your abuser ever done?
Now, when I saw that, I knew a lot of people had a lot of mixed emotions about whether or not to believe Andrea Kelly because she's put on such a polished persona and priding herself of being R. Kelly's ex-wife, okay? She's used it to make money, and now she's telling a rather different story, as we can see. But here's what I think actually happened. I got some exclusive information for you, as usual. Thank you for joining me on this good Father's Day, okay? Too bad R. Kelly can't celebrate Father's Day, but I'll explain that in a moment. Hold that thought. Let's get into this. Now, in my opinion, there were a lot of reasons as to why Drea decided to change up her story now, today. Because in the past, she's always used the Kelly name as a way to build her brand. She was proud to be his wife and proud to say that she was his personal choreographer and proud to say that they had kids together, although I did hear in one interview from a young lady who recorded with R. Kelly that R. Kelly was never present, really, for any of his kids' births, okay? I don't know how true that is, but that's what was said, all right? Now, in my opinion, here's why I think Drea Kelly is really coming out now. One, she has the courage, okay? Two, she's not embarrassed anymore because it's embarrassing to come from the south side of Chicago, where she's from, being damn near homeless. You touring with R. Kelly and now you're his wife and the mother of his kids. Now, there was an extra motivation that I think helped to push Drea Kelly forward to explain what actually happened in that marriage. And hopefully there'll be more specifics aired because I was told that Sister Circle is actually going to release the full interview on Monday, okay? Don't quote me on that. It's just what I heard. Now, what took her 10 years to actually come forward with claims of abuse is because I think it has a lot to do with R. Kelly being broke, okay? R. Kelly is living from show to show. And this information came from a very reliable source. And a source revealed to me that R. Kelly hasn't even paid child support to Drea in over a year, and he hasn't even seen his children in over 3 years. And so I think she's had some time now that the money is not rolling in like it used to, because I believe Drea did receive a settlement, spousal support, and of course child support when she divorced R. Kelly and had to sign a non-disclosure. And that's partly one of the reasons why she didn't speak anything negative R. Kelly, is because she didn't want to mess up her bankroll or her name or reputation, because she knew that R. Kelly had power out here in these streets to kill the little bit of career that she did have and was trying to revive after she broke away from that supposed marriage, if that's what you want to call it, okay? Because nobody even knew that she was married to R. Kelly. And in my opinion, when folks are married, you know who in the hell they married to. And so I think now that she's had some time to reflect, now that the coins ain't rolling in, like they used to. I think she does feel somewhat guilty that these women are in the same position that she was in, that she once looked at as normal and was willing to take the ass whoopings and everything else R.Kelly did to her for the check, and was even willing to protect his reputation after the media had been shaming him for years because she was trying to protect her check, okay? You need to be a relevant ex in order to roll in those type of coins. And so I think now that she's gotten to a place where she's no longer dependent on R.Kelly and his money, and I get it, he has to support his children, but she was accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. So I think now that all that has stopped and she's able to see R.Kelly for the piece of shit that he really is, she has the courage now to speak out because she ain't got nothing to lose in this situation. And so I hope now that she's really able to work beside these families, a lot of families that I personally spoke to on the phone, a lot of them extremely embarrassed about how their children, and they are children, ended up with a grown man. They feel like they failed as parents and they couldn't provide the lifestyle that R.Kelly could provide for them when he did have money, okay? But now that he has no shows and people are actually fleeing his camp, one, because they don't want to be implicated in any charges that may be pressed against him in the future. And so now that the money train has officially stopped and nobody can collect no more, and so I personally know that a lot more people are going to start to speak up now that they have no official ties to R.Kelly, and they can say that they were somehow manipulated and couldn't see. Yeah, they couldn't see all right. It was the money that made their asses blind. And the fact that the money's gone, they can actually see him for the pedophile that he really is, okay? And so I just hope and pray that R.Kelly does use her voice, because she's a very key piece in this, guys. You have to understand, somebody that's been with him that long, she's seen a lot. She knows a lot. And so hopefully she will continue to have the courage to really tell what in the hell is going on and what she does know, so that this shit can stop once and for all, okay? Now, before I go, real quick, I didn't get a chance to bring this information to you. I don't know if y'all remember Faith Rogers. I spoke about her, and I actually posted her photos on Instagram. This was the young woman who had came out and did interviews discussing her brief relationship with R.Kelly and the herpes that he gave her. And so I know once all of this came out, and you gotta understand, this is a regular woman, okay? This is an everyday woman, somebody that you can see in the grocery store. This ain't nobody that's living in Hollywood. And so I'm doing this to help clear her name, because a lot of people, especially from her hometown, San Antonio, one in particular that I'm about to bust down right now, who goes by the name of Lauren Flowers, since she was once a friend to Faith Rogers when she came out and courageously told her story. You got to be really courageous at 19 to get on national TV to speak about someone who gave you an STD, knowing that you're gonna have to go home, back to your hometown, and everybody from now on is gonna know who you are. And once she had the courage to actually speak out on what has happened, because she is seeking to press criminal charges on him and make him pay for what he's done to her, if she can get anything out of his ass, because if he ain't booking no shows, he ain't got no money. Her ex-best friend wants to come out and insert her 2 cents into this story. So Miss Lauren Flowers, just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, let me read what Miss Lauren Flowers actually wrote, and I'm gonna show you how much of a liar Miss Lauren Flowers actually is, okay? So she goes on to write this about her friend Faith, someone who she's known for years, and because they're not friends anymore, she decided that she wanted to clout chase too, okay? So here's what Miss Flowers wrote. She wrote, "I guess I gotta be blunt since people are messaging me about my ex-best friend and what I know about her mess. I won't disclose info, but I will say you don't see me flying out to a 50-year-old's house in hopes to gain money and gifts, knowing your intentions were to sleep with him and to come back with a bag, okay? Y'all stop having sympathy for people y'all don't even know in real life, people you've never even spent a day with," okay? She's talking about Faith after Faith courageously told her story. She goes on to say, "Social media is not real life. I personally know Shorty," okay, who she's referring to as her friend, ex-best friend Faith, "flew out to see R.Kelly with an STD already and wants to check now as she did before." Okay? Also, for the record, I no longer associate myself with that kind of mess. You are who you hang out with. That stuff will catch up with you. Stop feeding into these people. You think you know off of the internet. Live right, start a business, get a job. Laying on your back won't get you nowhere. Snitching to media really won't, okay? So there you go. Sorry I had to be blunt. I don't want to receive any more messages, okay? Because everybody was messaging her because they know that she was really close to Faith at one time. They're so close that their families are even close. Now, when the family got a hold to this information, they did something that I would have done too, okay? If you want to insert yourself into my business, then I'm going to let everybody know who in the hell you really are. So, they got little Miss Lauren on tape. Go ahead and listen to this recording of her actually denying and saying that she didn't know anything about this STD. Listen to this short recording.
At 17. But herpes? You ain't never known me to have no herpes.
Hey, what I'm trying to tell you is I did not not know the whole thing was about herpes.
So you posted that whole...
So I remember us...
At 17. But herpes? You ain't never known me to have no herpes.
Hey, what I'm trying to tell you is I did not know the whole thing was about herpes.
So you posted that whole...
So I remember us...
Did you catch that? Miss Flowers, I hope you're watching, okay? Now, the next time, be very careful about what you decide to insert yourself into because you never know if your ass is going to get blasted back, okay? So in defense for Faith, somebody who I've spoken with, someone who I empathize with on a level that y'all probably won't even understand. Her parents have money, okay? She comes from a family with money. Faith was young, okay? I don't give a damn what nobody say. 18, 19, you are a child. You're dumb as hell. You're gonna make mistakes that possibly could affect the rest of your life. And this is exactly what Faith has done. But I commend her for coming forward, owning up to her mistakes and things that she learned in order to educate us on what in the hell is really going on behind closed doors with his pedophile ass. And so I just had to put that out there for the record. Since her friend wanna come with no receipts, I got the receipts on her friend. Now, run tell that. Now I gotta go. Now, before I go, okay, y'all gonna learn. Keep y'all damn mouth closed, okay? If you guys have questions about expanding your wine palate, I do want to let you guys know that I am affiliated with the Tasting Room. I highly recommend this company that you at least try it once, okay? You get 6 different wines catered to your tasting profile, all for $9.95, okay? Once you visit the website through the link I'm gonna provide for you, they're gonna ask you 3 simple questions. And after you answer those questions, they're gonna curate 6 different selections of wine according to what you told them that you like, and they're gonna mail them to your home, all for $10, okay? And so when you go out or you're in a crowd of people and they have wine, the more wine you try, the more familiar you become with wine, and the more bougie your ass is gonna get, okay? $9.95, okay? The link will be below the video. Now, before I go, I am drinking a wine that I actually got from Spain on my vacation. It's called the Castillo de Gredos, okay? This is a Vino Blanco. Unfortunately, you cannot get this online, so I can't even provide a link for this actual wine, but I do want to tell you what it tastes like, so when you are in Spain, you'll know how to order, you'll know how to pick a good ass wine, okay? Now in this wine, you taste honestly hints of lemon, lime, and pineapple, okay? Now this wine is exceptionally dry. I like dry wines, especially in the summertime, because it's hot as hell here in Atlanta. And I like dry wines because dry wines tend to complement a lot of summery foods like fish, fruits, and things that you eat in order to hydrate you. And foods that won't put weight on you, because ain't nobody trying to mess up they summer bodies, okay? Even if you lost a pound or 2. And so unfortunately, you will not be able to get this wine below, but I did just want to tell you about it because it's one of my personal favorites from Spain, okay? Shout out to Barcelona. Now, thank you all so much for watching, all right? If you like this video, subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at UNWINEWITHTASHAK. If you want to advertise on my channel, please feel free to send me an email via unwinewithtashak@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to get right back with you and discuss your advertising needs. And hell, if you didn't like this video, you can still subscribe anyway, just so you can cuss my ass out. Not that I'm gonna really give a damn anyway. Now I gotta go. Bye.